also good news. And I would like to thank the people, because the people, again, is the heart of our success. That has been said many times, and I cannot name all of them, obviously, but you are all the best. And I would like to thank you very much for being the best, because with you and your expertise, I am sure that the life will be even brighter in the future. So thank you very much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Astrium, what can I say? Relief, gratefulness, pride. No, first of all, gratefulness to Arianespace again for a wonderful and successful launch. And Stefan Israel, I want to congratulate you as the new CEO of Arianespace with your first successful launch of Ariane 5. And I hope and I wish you and us that there are many more to follow. But this has been a great success today. And of course, I want to thank ESA, Mr. Dodin and all his colleagues of ESA, to putting this trust to Astrium. Not only being the prime contractor for the Ariane 5, but also ATV. And this trust has been very important for us, and we look, of course, forward to a successful mission. And last but not least, but it has been said already several times, proud on all the teams in Bremen, in Les Mureaux, here in Kourou, all over Europe, with Astrium, but not only Astrium, but the complete supply chain of all the suppliers and subcontractors and partners who have made this possible. It's the end of the Ariane mission tonight, but the ATV mission has only started, so I hope you will join me in wishing ATV a successful trip to the ISS, and hopefully a very successful mission in the months to come. Thank you very much.
Bien, écoutez, mes collègues ont tout dit, donc je vais dire le reste.
Well, my colleagues have said everything, so I will say the rest with this new perfect launch of Ariane 5, the 55th on a row, which orbited ATV Albert Einstein. I would also like to express myself on behalf of the CNES. On behalf of CNES, it's the first time I express myself on behalf of CNES, and I would like to really say that I would like to congratulate you on this success, which is under the sign of partnership between states participating in the ISS. This ATV is going to join the ISS, the US, the Federation of Russia, Japan and Canada, and of course France and Europe. And the version of Ariane 5 used tonight was the objective of a specific development for the launch of ATV. We also have to include in that success the industry working for the space base, enabling us to be totally available to meet what is at stake with that European space program. CNES has worked hand in hand during the last few months to prepare ATV for this launch with all its partners. A partner with the European Space Agency. CNES is the first partner to ESA, and ESA has entrusted us with the control of ATV, and it will be perfectly docked to the station in the afternoon of the 15th of June. So this is really an emblematic launch. It shows that CNES is versatile and diverse, and CNES manages is our participation to the ISS. The CSG technicians have launched the ATV after having prepared it, and I would like to congratulate as well the people in Toulouse who will put it in the right position. So I would like to thank you all and congratulate you all. We've had 10.5 years in a row of successful launches without failures, and I would like to congratulate you on this capability you have to cooperate and to write a very important page in the history of space. So congratulations to all again, and rendezvous at 15:48, I think it is, in Toulouse to watch the docking of ATV to the ISS. Thank you all and good evening.
Donc, cette émission n'est pas terminée.
So this broadcasting is not over. We are now waiting for the deployment of the solar arrays. I cannot officially announce it. I haven't got the information yet, but it will happen within a few minutes. And anyway, I hope that we will meet again here in Kourou on the 24th of June. We will launch with Soyuz the first telecom satellites of the O3b constellation. Thank you. We'll meet again very soon. Thank you so much.
So, Ariane 5 once again delivering the ATV-4, named Albert Einstein, beginning her life. You can see the replay of what happened about an hour ago. In 10 days, she'll be docking with the ISS. You can follow that live, as Jean-Yves Gall mentioned, from Issa Kness, Toulouse. That makes 55 straight successes for the Ariane 5. But our mission continues. Don't go away. We're going to be hearing from Kirsten McDonald of ESA, talking all about what she did at the Astronaut Training Center and what she does now as a cargo expert for the ATV. It's the end of the Arianespace part of the broadcast, but very shortly we'll open with the ESA part of the broadcast. So, goodbye for about 6 seconds until Kirsten gets here. We hope you enjoyed this part of the broadcast, and we hope you'll enjoy even more the upcoming parts of the broadcast. Looking ahead, we're told there's going to be a small black box on the ATV called the Reentry Breakup Reorder. This, I think, this flew on the previous ones. Helps engineers better understand the reentry breakup, making space junk less hazardous. Back to Hi, we're back, and I was wrong. There's no reentry breakup recorder, so check that. As Jean-Jacques Jourdain mentioned, we're waiting now for solar panel deployment. This is due to begin at 1 hour and 28 minutes, roughly. And while we're waiting for this, we're very pleased to have Kirsten McDonald, ESA's ATV Cargo Integration Engineer. Is that right?
That's correct.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Kirsten is based at ESTEC, that's the European Space Technology and Research Center in Noordwijk, Netherlands, right?
Yes.
Now, before you became a cargo engineer, you worked at the European Astronaut Center, which is near Köln, in Cologne, in Germany. Now, tell us about that, because I think we have a lot of youngsters listening, including Simon, who have always dreamt of being an astronaut. Tell us what happens at the Astronaut Center. What did you do? You were an instructor.
Yes, I was an instructor for ATV. So for the ATV training, the astronauts come for 2 weeks of training, which we usually split up by a couple months. And during this training, they learn about the various systems on board the vehicle. So they have an overall understanding of how it works. Then they learn about the rendezvous and docking and their role in the monitoring of the vehicle as it approaches the station.
Hang on to that, because we're going to go to a film on CNES while solar panel deployment is proceeding. Watch the film on the ATV Control Center, which you mentioned earlier. Back with Kirsten in a moment.
The success of the ATV missions rests on the experience and skill of the control center operators. That means the excellence of their training is paramount.
Alors l'ATAC est une entité au sein de la TVCC qui est en charge de l'entraînement et de la certification des opérateurs pour les vols ATV, en particulier pour le prochain vol ATV4. C'est une entité bicéphale partagée entre l'ESA et le CNES. L'ESA est plutôt en charge de la partie training théorique et le CNES est plutôt en charge des simulations.
The controllers must be able to handle any situation, so they are subjected to a draconian training.
Alors, la campagne de simulation se déroule sur une durée d'environ 5 à 6 mois. Cela représente une quinzaine de tests, soit 40 jours d'essais. Parmi ces essais, certains essais sont des essais en interne, d'autres sont des essais qui sont multilatéraux avec les autres centres de contrôle.
For these simulations, a team secretly prepares the anomalies which the operators will have to face. We ensure they're able to react effectively to unpredictable failures.
Alors pour tester la réactivité des élèves, il est nécessaire de les mettre dans des conditions de vol, c'est-à-dire des conditions de stress. Donc pour ce faire, on fait un certain nombre de cas dégradés qui parfois sont un peu plus intenses que la vraie vie, mais ça permet de mettre les élèves dans des conditions un peu plus stressées. Et ensuite, avant un essai, en face d'un cas test ou d'une panne programmée, on définit quelle est la réactivité attendue et pendant l'essai, on vérifie que cette réactivité est bien celle qu'on a attendue. Ensuite, après l'essai, on débriefe avec les opérateurs pour voir s'ils ont bien réagi ou non.
All right, we should have another film on the CNES ATV Control Center. But first, you were saying about all the various things that you help people train at the AC.
Yes, so on top of systems and the rendezvous and docking, they also need to learn what they must do during the attach phase operations, such as all of the cargo transfer, the gas transfer, and the water delivery. And in addition, we train on emergency procedures, how to react in case of a fire, depressurization, and finally the undocking and departure of the vehicle.
So there's hundreds and hundreds of things that a European astronaut has to master, I guess, huh?
Yes, yes. On top of that, they have training in Columbus, payloads and systems, some EVA training as well, and every astronaut goes through general basic training where they learn about all the ISS systems, orbital mechanics, robotics. You were mentioning earlier Luca Parmitano is a pilot, but not every astronaut is a pilot. So some have degrees in medicine or science, engineering. They come from different backgrounds, and this basic training helps bring them up to not the same level, but to a level of understanding where they all have a good basic knowledge in the space station and their roles.
And depending on the needs of each mission, they would choose a medical person or a biologist or a test pilot or something, I imagine.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. They try to get a varied crew so that they can accomplish all the tasks that are destined for a specific mission.
Simon, did you have a question on astronaut training? Speaking to my microphone here.
Yes, indeed. In fact, I'd be very interested to know how many hours or what percentage of time the astronauts would have to train in the neutral buoyancy facilities, both here in Europe and also across in the States, and the kind of tasks that they have to perform in these neutral buoyancy facilities.
Okay, did you get the question? How long would they have to train for that?
The crew spend actually hundreds of hours there. So in their basic training and while they wait...
This is Mission Control, Houston. You're looking once again at the Jupiter Control Center in Kourou, French Guiana. We now have confirmation of solar array deployment and the proximity boom deployment.
Specific mission assigned, then they would train really on the specific tasks at hand that they may perform during the EVA. Finally, there's some EVA operations. We had this ammonia leak or
the full deployment of the solar arrays, and this is new, obviously. Until this time, we had to wait for about 2 hours after the deployment of the solar arrays. Now, this is it. Everything's fine. We have the power. We have the antennas, we have everything that we need to go to the ISS. And our next rendezvous is the docking. So everything's fine for ESA. Everything's fine. So far, so good. It's only the beginning. We'll go back to you with more news, but everything's fine so far. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, you were saying, how did you make the switch from... Did you answer Simon's question? Yes. Yeah? All right. So how did you make the switch from teacher at EAC to cargo specialist?
Well, after a certain point, once the training is fully developed, it does become a bit more repetitive. You train new crews, they come in. Of course, there's always improvements to be made to the simulators, etc. But an opportunity came up to be in charge of the cargo for ATV, and I thought it would be quite interesting, so I made the move.
So how many people would you say you trained before you shifted?
Oh, I would say about 150.